Yeah.
If you missed it, watch us every weekday morning. It was all about yogurt. So you think yogurt, you think celebrating moms. Woohoo! Yes, Yoplait, do your thing. Of course, because social media exists, people have something to say. And
yes.
On both sides.
So you might have seen it. A new commercial came out within the last couple of weeks. A lot of people saw it during The Bachelor on Monday on ABC. Yoplait.
Hey, it's me.
Here we go. We'll play it.
Out here in public. Catching some side-eye. First rule of motherhood, someone's always judging. Breastfeeding didn't work out. Guess what? World's still turning. Go to work? I'm missing his childhood.
Stay at home? I have no ambition.
Yeah, I brought my.
So you see a series of moms talking about the issues that moms face.
Yes.
And the reason why I even found this is because some of my mom friends reposted. I have stay-at-home friend moms who are friends. I have moms who go back to work, and it's true. You're getting criticized if you breastfeed, if you don't breastfeed. There's so many things that you can do wrong. So the whole point of this was to celebrate mom, #MomOn. It is a Yoplait commercial, so at the very end, they finally get, as you see there, the Yoplait. But it takes a while to get to that part. So Yoplait is getting a little bit of backlash and a little bit of positive reinforcement for doing this. The people who love it are saying thank you for being representative of all moms. They showed a breastfeeding mom in the beginning of the commercial. We had a producer this morning who said, is it too much to show the beginning of that commercial on TV? And I said, that's where the conversation still is. Sometimes people still feel like, is that even appropriate? Is breastfeeding in public still appropriate? They've gone out to even put it on their commercial. And then there was the other side, somebody else saying, this isn't even about yogurt, it's about the liberal women's movement. You have lost my business, I have lost respect for you, Yoplait. They essentially didn't want any beliefs preached upon them through a commercial.
Liberal women's movement, not just a women's movement.
Liberal, that was one of the comments on their Facebook page. So curious to think what all of you have to say about it.
Clearly, in looking at this, their marketing department said, hey, this is our demo, and we need to appeal to them. So they went for it. Is this around Mother's Day? No, that has since passed. We just passed Father's Day. Could they have focused on just dads? Sure. Could they have focused on moms and dads together? Sure. Could they have focused on interracial families? Absolutely. They could have gone so many different directions. For this moment in time, for this ad campaign, they're focusing on moms and that kind of attitude of, hey, we're doing our best as moms. And that's reaching a certain demo. I don't think everyone's going to agree with it. I think it's clever. I think it's sassy. I think as an aspiring mom, I look at that and go, hey, I don't care we're talking about yogurt or not. Some brand out there, some big name brand, some household name brand out there is focusing on the fact that moms are trying to do their best. What they're damned if they do, damned if they don't, basically. And at the end, if it's yogurt, okay. I love a smart ad campaign, whatever it is that's being advertised. I'm not going to go and be like, oh, I'm going to go buy extra Yoplait now because they support or don't support a certain cause. That's where I'm at with it.
Well, this is my question. So, if the topics or the things that were pointed out in the commercial are considered liberal topics or liberal issues, okay. So then, what are the conservative issues? Should we have inserted those? And I'm not sure what conservative women's issues are, considering the fact that most moms, whether you're liberal or conservative, have issues with breastfeeding and people, the stigma of breastfeeding. That's kind of universal. As far as people coming down on moms who stay home with their children, categorizing them as having no goals or being uninspired. That's universal. That's not really, in my opinion, that's not really liberal or conservative.
They showed a working mom with a science project in her hand, and they showed a stay-at-home mom.
Right. So if those are considered liberal opinions, okay, so tell us the conservative side, and then hopefully we can insert them into the conversation if they're different. Because now I want to know, okay, so then what are conservative issues? Yeah, what are the conservative issues?
That was one person's comment, so I don't know that that's representative of everyone who doesn't like the ad.
It's like that's a comment, but if it is considered a lot of things, the word like liberal, the movement behind something, we always hear that, but what's the other side? Give us what it's supposed to look like from the other perspective.
And if Yoplait would have just focused on the quote-unquote Republican women's movement, whatever that may be, then they would have left out the other side. So is that the option? Either way, the Yoplait, I think, is just trying to reach everyone.
And we talk about marketing all the time, right? And how this is something that now we're talking about it. Yoplait's in the news or in the headlines. So they're Senior Manager of Marketing and Communications, Susan Pitt, told Adweek, Yoplait has always had a special connection with women and been a champion for helping moms get their mommying done. We know how much moms love their kids. We don't want them boxed into one right way to mom, so they are surrounding moms with support. And I also think that the conversation goes back to this. Other women championing for other women. We have seen a lot of mom shaming. Rob Carlmark talks about it all the time. If I post a picture about my kid eating a carrot at 8 months, I'm going to get a comment from someone who's saying you shouldn't do that at 8 months.
Parent shaming.
There's parent shaming and mom shaming. And so I think it's so important for other moms, and I have a lot of girlfriends who do this, follow other mom bloggers. And they are revealing the truth to their parenting, that it was a horrible day, the kid couldn't stop crying, not just the fun post of them at the park in glory.
The edited version.
Yeah, the really raw emotional side of also being a parent, and this goes for dads too. But I think it's the supporting of one another. And so when I saw an ad like this, and I saw this one yesterday on TV, I thought, my gosh, that's so nice, because the mom who goes to work is just as valuable in her household as the mom who stays home.
Absolutely.
And I think that the movement has shifted in our generation, especially where we have so many types of moms now. And I think we need to celebrate each other and not put each other down.
Right. We have a good comment from Kimberly Morgan. She says she hasn't seen this commercial, but so far she loves it. Already she saw 2 stereotypes that people assume about her. She couldn't breastfeed and got yelled at from other moms about breastfeeding and her doctor, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and she said people automatically assume I'm a lazy person with no ambition to want to work. So
it's connecting with those women.
Connecting with those women. And a lot of issues are universal. Like I think we kind of have to get really down to it, whether you're talking about just people wanting to be loved and accepted for who they are, or people wanting to be healthy and making sure that their child will be okay if they have to go to the hospital, being a mom and struggling trying to work and juggle the household duties and make sure your husband's okay. A lot of these issues are universal, so I'm wondering if it's just the packaging that's bothering people and not necessarily the message. Because sometimes if somebody gives you a gift and it's wrapped in newspaper, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is wrapped in newspaper. Oh, what is this gonna be? But if it's wrapped in a nice shiny wrapping with a beautiful bow on it, you're more willing to be excited about what's inside the box versus if it was something on the outside. So at this point, I'm wondering, because looking at this commercial, those are issues that everybody goes through. I don't know.
I think the only negativity I saw was, does Yoplait need to go there? It's a yogurt ad. Should they just have somebody walking out of the house with a yogurt on their way to work and keep it that?
But would that get through? Would that get through? Because now we certainly wouldn't be talking about it at a round table on Extra Shot at 8:15 every day. You know, they are trying to keep up with the times, and in this day and age, and it goes to even people who are on television. Opinion equals personality when it comes to these things. Well, these companies need to have personality too. What is their voice? I mean, this is all marketing, advertising 101. What's your voice? Who's your audience?
What's your brand?
How are you going to break through the noise? Because there's so much noise in social media. There's so many ads, but what's going to make someone stop and really evaluate an ad? And is any publicity good publicity? We always come back to that. In this case for Yoplait, they're being talked about. I had yogurt this morning. I'll keep eating yogurt. It's not Yoplait. Does this make me want to go grab more Yoplait, being that I agree with everything that they did? Not necessarily.
Right. Does the commercial even work? Now you're going to get Yoplait.
Does anyone even remember what the commercial was about?
Right. You know what, I'm going to start
at the end of the day, they're trying to make more money, right? Because they're a business and they want people to eat their food. I mean, I don't know. I've never really understood that point. In advertising, it's like, just because I agree with the message, am I going to go grab that burger or sandwich or drink? No, but maybe subconsciously.
And I think sometimes these different companies, I know we have to wrap up this topic, these companies, these celebrities, these artists, they have platforms that the average person doesn't. If they see something that needs to be talked about, if they see something that needs to be addressed, sometimes they use that platform that they have to say, hey, we're going to spend X amount of money on this advertisement and send out our brand this way.
So people behind it, we always talk about the producers of these campaigns or these messages.